I'm Hotrod Bob, and you've got gas, the great American auto scene. Here, coming to you live high atop the GAAS studios in beautiful downtown North Hollywood, California. And we've got some special guests in studio tonight. Anna has not made it. Now, Anna's got some difficulties tonight. She broke her toe. They put her in one of those walking boots. So she says. She took it off because she was feeling real good and broke her toe again. Well, she took the boot off, the toe stayed.
She's been de-toeified.
Then she went to school tonight and hasn't made it to the studio. So she's on her way someplace between here and there, and she should be here whenever she gets here. But in case she's not here while she's gone, she'll be here as soon as she gets here.
Well, thank heaven she has class.
She could have come up with something better than a toe, man.
She could have.
Yeah.
But, you know, Randy Winkle at Famoso Speed Shop runs a tow company, so it's forgiven.
She's been towed.
She's been towed. All right, with us in studio tonight, the always lovely Randy Kerdoon.
Thank you. It's so bright in here. I need shades. Where's the microphone? Wait a minute.
Right there.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah, okay. And alongside him, Fireball Tim.
Where?
Right there. You see, now, if you were watching Fireball
I feel like
Tim
I'm
a moment ago,
a Kerdoon Bob Beck sandwich right now.
You are. And now normally
that's
it would
a visual
be stuck between us, but wait a minute, never mind. And then behind the control tower, working all the switches, it's the inimitable Bruce Barker.
Almost fell over from the stress of it.
You did. Oh, hey, I forgot to put my headset on. Did you guys forget to put your headset on?
I have no headset.
I can't.
Okay.
I'm hearing myself.
If you have your headset on, you can't hear what we're not doing.
I can hear you, Bob.
You can hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear me yet. All right. We are a little bit behind times because we stopped and we chatted and we didn't get things going on time. You know.
You want to tell them the truth?
No.
You want to tell them what we were really doing?
What were we really doing?
We were like doing live, so we could like get you guys to listen.
Yes,
so
we were doing that.
So when you do see us, you would like call in and ask us questions and talk cars.
Because we're lonely.
I'm so lonely. All right, if you want to call in, it's 800-809-0802. And you can call us and talk about some of the things we're going to talk about. One of the things we're going to be talking about is the Classic Auto Show coming to you live this weekend at the Orange County Fairgrounds. And Randy Kerdoon and I are going to be in booth 0-1101. And you never know who is going to be in our booth.
Well, we will.
We'll be in the booth, but you never know who's going to come through. Bogey was there last time, and the other guys.
We had a lot of people there. We had a lot of people there. Yeah.
We had Chip Foose, we had Bogey, we had Stacy David, we had
Dennis
Gage. We had a whole bunch of people coming through.
And his mustache.
And yes.
Well, that was a separate booth.
It gets there before he does.
It was in 2 zip codes. We're going to be doing that again. We'll be in one of the buildings. It's 0-1101, and Randy and I will be in there. We'll have our booth set up. You're welcome to come by, say hi. You never know. You may end up being the interviewee, and we are the interviewers.
They don't call it the Classic Old Guy Show for nothing.
Could be.
And, of course, there's going to be some other people there as well. Not only the people, but the people that are not billed that are going to be there.
Yes.
There's people that are not billed that are going to be. Christy Lee's going to be there.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing, last time, Bob and I, if you did check out the Talking About Cars podcast, I believe it's the latest one, where Christy isn't able to tell us what her future holds.
Right.
Because she says she's got some things happening, but she can't say it. At the time we interviewed her, she said she could let us know in February or March.
Oh, well,
so
this is March.
We could fill in the gap unless she decides to push it back to April and ruin the whole timing thing.
Well,
but
we'll
she is going to be there at another person's booth. I think it's a TRI booth or something like that.
Yeah.
And didn't you say Linda Vaughn's supposed to be there?
Linda Vaughn's supposed to be there, and we'll talk to her. Now, a lot of people that are going to be there, we've met before. They know us for some unusual reason, and they sometimes even admit to it. So we're going to try and get them in the booth. We've talked about the latest and greatest situation. Linda Vaughn, always great to talk with. She is the icon of drag racing, was Miss Hearst Shifter for many years, and is an icon in drag racing. The other people that we're going to be talking to are in the newer portion of the automotive hobby and part of the Motor Trend Nation, or the Motor Trend Station, or whatever it is.
You're on a roll, Bob.
I'm on a roll. Keep it going. I just keep falling over.
I think it's free to get in, but it's $185 for parking.
No, it's $185 to leave.
Oh, to leave.
Yes, that's what it is.
Right. We have no idea what it costs.
Classic Auto Show.
It's like a Roach Motel.
You check in, but you can't check out.
Okay.
Isn't that the same thing as what Disney had? That was a Hollywood.
Did you just
hotel,
call
Hollywood?
Disneyland a Roach Motel?
No, they had
As
a
long as you
Hollywood
didn't say
hotel
that the classic
you could
auto
check
show
in, but
was
you
it.
couldn't check out.
Oh yeah, that was
the Tower of
My
Hotel
wife actually Tower of Terror. My wife
Yes.
actually worked on that.
Ah, okay.
Scared the crap out of it. Can I say crap? Because I'm going to say crap.
Go
Well,
right
thanks
ahead.
heavens you can edit it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, right.
We're live, right?
Edit the C and call it
We're
rap.
live. All right. We're going to be talking about a few things. We're going to be talking about the AMC muscle cars. Yes, they had muscle cars, and actually they were pretty competitive. One of the drivers, Shirley Shahan, is a friend, and she drove not only an AMX, but a Gremlin in the stock and super stock categories. We'll show some other cars that are collectible, and it's surprising. A lot of people overlook the AMCs, but because of their low production, their values are quite high. We'll be talking to Tim about his fine line of books and art and so forth. Right, Tim?
You betcha.
Okay, and his cruise that happens, and it's going to happen this weekend, too.
And he's got a big event coming up at the Murphy Auto Museum.
That's right.
A whole slew of
A whole
nonsense.
slew of things. Yeah,
Yeah.
no hell.
That's
Got a lot
going
of
to
stuff
fit
going on.
a business card, a whole slew of nonsense.
Yeah, that's all I have to write now. I don't have to
You
put a phone
slew?
number.
Well, that pretty
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
describes
I
everything.
like slew
Yeah.
on burgers, but no, that's a Reuben.
Delicious.
Pastrami, yeah.
You know, I miss the funk. I really do miss the funk
you?
with the AMCs. I can't wait to
Yeah.
get into that.
You know, we're going to be talking about that. We've got some photographs of some of the great AMCs of the past. And then we got three guys rolling their eyes. The great AMCs? Yeah, actually, they were pretty good. So Chrysler took them over, and they had a good line of cars. But if you look at the history of AMC, and we'll talk about that, it is a conglomeration of vehicles that are all considered Mopars now for some reason.
Conglomeration. That's a word, right?
I got sort of a soft spot on at the time. I had no inclination toward buying one, but the Eagle, the 4-wheel drive station wagon, I thought was kind of cool looking.
Those are considered really desirable because they were one of the probably, I guess you could call it one of the first crossover vehicles.
Sure.
And it had real wood sticker on the side. It was
Real wood
Absolutely.
sticker, definitely.
Amazing.
And you go back, that, of course, was the Hornet Sportabout. In
right.
fact, when I was interning at KGIL billions and billions of years ago, you remember KGIL in the Valley?
In the Valley?
You know, 1260.
We both did a stint there.
Right. So back then, the Newsmobile used to be a blue Hornet Sportabout. So
What do you
imagine
know?
Yeah.
me as an intern trying to nose my way into a news site, trying to beat, let's say, then KMPC, which was 710, when they drove those big, huge Chevy Impala. Well, it wasn't a Suburban, but it was the big wagons.
Impala wagons, yeah.
Well, that's
The
71, so they were
Caprice,
huge.
classics or whatever
Isn't that
they call
what we are now, Sportabouts?
Yeah, almost.
We are.
We are.
Gadflies, Sportabouts.
Sportabout.
I think those were the 1920
Captain
cars.
Sportabout.
Oh, here we go.
And
All
his
right.
dog Spot.
All right, so let's start off with the Classic Auto Show.
Look how good Randy looks.
Yeah,
on
Randy looks
camera.
good on camera.
Well, I
Doesn't
thought
look
we were
anything like
supposed
he
to be
does in person.
looking at the
Gets rid
camera.
of all the wrinkles.
No, we're
makes
not
him
looking
look-
at the camera.
It's
I thought
fantastic.
And you're definitely not looking at the camera.
I thought we were supposed to be looking at the like I have a
He's
monitor
definitely
right
got
here.
gas.
That's right. But we'll talk to Martin about that.
I know, you're
what?
right, Randy.
No,
And
the
it's
monitors
purposely
aren't on. We're
turned
just
off
watching it.
even.
We're
Yeah,
monitoring
no,
it.
it's on.
We're on.
But
And
it's
we
not on.
want-
I don't see anything. There's
Yeah,
no-
there's nothing on this one.
No, the monitor's not on, so we can't see what's going on. But that's okay. I got the screen on here. Now, one of the things we'd like to do is also recognize our new sponsor,
Oh, I see what you mean.
Irwindale Speedway.
That's right.
Irwindale Speedway and Drag Strip, new sponsor for GAAS.
Stepping up.
And, yeah, they are really stepping up, and we're glad they can be part of it. A whole new season of racing. The opener was this last weekend for the NASCAR track. The Drag Strip every Thursday night. Plus, Hot VWs was this past Sunday. Coming up, it's the NHRA Summit Series, and it's the first weekend in April. 3 drag days in the first week of April. Thursday night, Test and Tune, TNT. Saturday and Sunday, NHRA Summit Series at Irwindale, the first weekend in April. We'll see you out there. Now, I'm also going to be at the NHRA Motorsports Museum Wednesday of April, the first Wednesday in April, as they kick off their new cruise season. Now, they're also going to have a booth not too far from us at the Classic at Orange County Fairgrounds this weekend.
And of course, Bob, you are leaving out
Yes.
the best part of Irwindale Speedway,
Which is
the debut
the debut.
of our poster.
Oh, yes, our billboard.
We're going to have a billboard.
A whole billboard. with our faces on it that people can look at and go, huh?
Oh, is that what they look like?
Well, yeah, really. Then they're going to look over to the tower.
Look at the two sportabouts on the billboard.
Yeah. So we're going to get into that. All right. No,
I'm going to put a deal together with Irwindale
you
because
do.
I'm going to suggest that they create a 60-mile drag strip out to Malibu. I think
60-mile drag.
I think that would
shut down
pretty cool.
I got
60 miles an hour or just
60
miles?
60-mile drag strip. Can you
Oh.
imagine? They will make it as far as Santa Monica, maybe before the engines blow.
Yeah, that's
Good
true.
point.
That's true.
Yeah.
We could start from there and go back.
We could.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting
Sorry, I got
phrase.
sidetracked.
Though.
The shutdown
People have a
will be
60. What's your? Now I'm blanking.
word,
But
start
instead of the 60-foot
word.
time, we
Start
could have
60
the
foot.
60-mile time. It
Yeah.
would be
60-mile time.
We'll have a new. They have the
You gotta bring your
the
lunch with
flying
you.
mile.
Yeah,
no,
you
the
could
flying
probably do it in the
60
middle.
miles.
Right.
We can start the cannonball run once again, but it'll be from Irwindale to Malibu.
But it'll be
it's called the Cannonball Jog now.
Cannonball jog.
Yeah,
there
Bob.
we go.
the fireball run. What are you guys?
Fireball
Nuts?
run. No, that's
There we
used.
go.
That's used.
already.
We can't talk about
No,
that.
we can't talk about that. No.
We'd have to pay a fine.
We can call
Boy.
the Tim Fireball.
No.
No.
I'm sorry, that's not his name.
That's not his name.
How about the Fireball Sprint?
There we go.
Now we're talking.
And
unless
we
they've
can
already
get
used it.
Pick Apart to sponsor it because they will be picking up parts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
All over the place. All right, enough frivolity for a moment. Let's talk about the LA Classic coming up this weekend. Randy and I are both going to be there. As I said, we're going to be in booth 01101. Stop by and see us. But this is an interesting show. It brings car clubs together. It's about the car club culture. And a lot of the booths will be strictly car clubs. So you're going to see Mustang clubs, you're going to see Ford clubs, you're going to see lowrider clubs. And one of the other things they're featuring is the Women in Wheels section. And that'll be all women-built or owned vehicles.
Oh, I'm checking out that club.
You got to check that out. Now, my wife was able to make it, so her car will be in there too. Bogey is coming in, and she's going to have, we don't know.
We don't know. Bogie was supposed to make it, but then she had to
Supposed to.
cancel, so Bogie will be here. So don't worry about that.
Yes,
But Jesse Combs is supposed to be there.
Jesse and
Lynn St. James.
Lynn St. James,
Yes. She's supposed to be there.
And
What time is it open on Saturday?
in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, man. The things I have to deal with.
You have to go on the website. Now, we've been posting
I'm going
it
to
on
go Friday.
Gas.
Just hang out and wait till it opens Saturday morning.
There you
Why
go.
not? It'll be a big line.
Big line. I know we're going to.
Huge line of people.
We're gonna get our cars in there about 7 a.m. I know I'm setting up, and Randy and I have a booth. We'll be setting up on Friday. The car show vehicles that are indoors have to move in on Friday, so we're bringing my wife's car down, and a number of other vehicles are going to be moving in. The Driving Museum in L.A. is going to have a display,
Right.
and they're working on a GMC pickup truck. My wife's part of that group. They're putting together, they're restoring a GMC pickup, a second series. And I had to go over that because we saw a 55 GMC yesterday. It is a first series. There are two different body styles in 1955 for the GMC and the Chevrolet pickup trucks. There was a first series and a second series. The first series started in 1947-48 and ran through 1955. A mid-year model change, and they came up with the body style that was more acceptable, I guess, for the time, from 55 to 57.
That is uncommon, a mid-year change.
I want to say, though,
Yes.
that there was some issue as far as them being able to get all the parts and stuff ready for the 55, which is the reason it got delayed a little bit. So that's why they had to carry the 54 body, the 47 to 54 body style into the 55. You don't see that very often, although oddly enough, bringing it closer to home, we bought my daughter a 2015 Chevy Malibu.
Right.
That is also the same year the new design, which is basically the same model now, that was also a 2015 Chevy Malibu. So it's very rare, and oddly enough, it's all General Motors and Chevy. I wonder if there's any...
You think about that, too. The 1969 Camaro was produced for a couple of extra months because the sheet metal stampings weren't right on the 1970 Camaro. So it came out a little bit later.
Delays.
Firebird was the same situation. Although the Camaro came out in late 1966 as a 67 model, the Firebirds didn't make it out till February. They were having issues with something to do with the Firebird. And when it did come out, though, it shared some body components with the Camaro, but mechanically it was completely different.
And I think there was another story about Mopar in 1969 when they brought out the full-size Plymouth.
Yeah.
It was actually, they called it fuselage styling, and they were not supposed to bring it. They were supposed to have it ready to go in 1969, but they didn't. So they had to kind of throw kind of a mix of what they did in